off. There you go. We're back on there. Sorry about that, everybody. I have no idea why that did that. That was just crazy. So anyway, I'm gonna put these back over here, and we'll just see what happens. Okay. Let me know when you can see me again. I have no idea. I just love. We've had gremlins lately the last couple days. I just bought a new laptop too. It's just I'm sitting there watching it, and all of a sudden the screen just went black. But I could still see the camera light on, which was really crazy. So I have no idea what was going on, where it was, what we were doing. So hopefully everybody can find me back on. Well, here, let me just go on Facebook and see. Hang on, I can see you. Well, I had to start over, guys. So you're gonna. There we go. We're not working good now. Thank you, AJ. All right, there you go. Take two. So, oh, I wish Andrew was here with me. Oh, I do, I do, I do. That's crazy. I just do. I wish it was working good now. So hopefully it is. I still don't see anybody up there. That's kind of crazy. Anyway, I had some good emails, and I'm going to answer Jack's. I'm going to answer Phil's, and I had one more here from Lane, and we'll do that here in a second. So anyway, happy anniversary to our friends at Gearhead. We're going to have a lot of stuff going on there. Turkey season is going to start. Four season is going to start tomorrow, I believe, and is going to run and to the I think the 15th is when our turkey season is up. So there you go. Did we? Are we not, Aaron? Are we not running on the second one? That's crazy. Well, they'll catch you. You guys can catch it later. Let me go here. Let me go check out the live stream. Let me go check that out real quick. Hang on. Do do do. That's what I love about being a radio guy. You just never know. You just never know. Yeah, we're on. I mean, I can see me. Yeah, we're on. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get rid of that. So we're on. So people will find me. All right. So Jack wants to know, Dan, I was been out a few times and I've been doing aggressive calling. The toms are just not going to come in. Can you tell me how you do what you've been to be successful? And Jack, I'm going to say this: every bird is different. Okay, every bird is absolutely different. If they're going to behave differently, you just don't know. You got to have to read that bird's temperature. But I will be honest with you. I was talking to Keith Wallach from Woodhaven. Keith and I have been buddies for a long, long time. And there we go. There's some. I think people got back on. Keith and I were talking, and Keith says the same thing. I would rather do less calling than more calling. One of the biggest mistakes that I've made, and I've said this 1,000 times over the year, one of the biggest mistakes I made when I first got into turkey calling, Jack, was I was calling too loud, too often, at the wrong times. And after 4 or 5 years, I started figuring out, listening to Philip Vanderpool and Poole and Keith and some other friends of mine. Hey, just they say, well, we listen to what the turkeys are actually doing, the hens. And when I started listening to the hens, and then I started calling exactly like the hens were calling, right? Then I was getting more and more success, and that's when I started getting my tags filled out. But I'll be honest with you, Jack. What I usually do, and I'm not saying you have to do this by any means. What usually works for me though, is when I first hear the toms or the hens waking up, I start hearing those first tree calls. When I hear the hens squawking, and then I start hearing the gobblers, what I like to do is I just like to let them know I'm there, and I don't get real loud with it because I'm usually within 100 yards, unless it's super windy. If it's super windy, I'll get my box call out and I'll hit that because that box call is going to cut through the wind, right? But I usually just get a couple 2 or 3 note yelps out there. And once they gobble and answer me, I just put my calls down and I want to see what they're doing. Now Philip talks to him on the limb. He wants to be he always says, Dan, I want to be the sexiest thing out there in the woods. Well, I'm not Philip Vanderpool. But I when I do that, and if they pitch down and I know which way they're going, then I'll start trying to talk to the hens. And I'll do a couple yelps, and then I'll do a lot of clucking. And then when they start calling me, if I start working them, I'll do that, and I'll do that every 15, 20 minutes. And then if they don't come in, and then I might throw a couple more, a little more excited yelps in there. and see how that works. I really try to read that bird, okay? And then, to be honest with you, once I see them and I know they're coming, I don't yelp anymore. I just sit there and throw some. I'll just throw some clucks out there, Jack. I'll just. Or I might just do a something like that, and that before I know it, they're usually in my decoys. Excited yelping, cutting, you can do all that. I'm not telling you, I'm not going to try and talk you out of it. That's just what works for me. And I learned when I started doing that, I started punching birds. So that worked really well for me. Anyway, so that's what I like to do, Jack. That's a great question. Thank you very much for listening, and I appreciate the email. 512 and some change here on the Outdoor Call Radio Network. I want to say thank you to everybody that has downloaded the app and listens every week. We just got moved up to number 8 in a newer ranking from FeedSpot. So out of the top 100 outdoor shows, we ranked in at number 8. So we were at 69 a couple weeks ago, and I guess that changes every couple of weeks or whatever. But thank you for whoever. I guess a lot of you have been listening on Spotify and on the app and everything else. So thank you for doing that. Andrew and I really appreciate you guys staying with us and listening to the shows and everything. We do appreciate that. So. All right, I don't see that going on. I got that's weird, man. I don't know why my live meter's going. Phil. Okay. Nitro ammo. I can't take that right now. So I'm going to have to hit that. Message. Call you later. That was my buddy Ray at Nitro Ammo in Missouri. And I'm telling you what, if you like custom shotgun chokes, check out Nitro Ammo in Missouri. He's a super nice guy. And Todd Rupert hooked me up with him, actually. The Rootmeister got me going with that. Tell you what, let me take a real quick break and get set up again. I'm going to make sure this meter's working right. Let me go find my commercials. I will be right back after a few words from these sponsors. Just about 2-3 minute break, everybody.
In these times when a lot of us are working from home, it's even more important to make sure your home is the right temperature and comfortable. Now is a great time to call the experts at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling at 287-6000 to schedule a check on your current heating and cooling systems. Is your house too dry and giving your family issues? A Honeywell dehumidifier system installed with your AC heating system can solve that issue right away. Wyckoff Heating and Cooling is a family-owned and operated business that has been serving Iowa residents and businesses for over 70 years. They offer 24-hour service and programs like the Peace of Mind Plan for less than $15 a month. So if you want more time on the water or in the woods this year, please call the folks at Wyckoff Heating and Cooling for any of your home or business heating and cooling needs. One call to Wyckoff Heating and Cooling will bring you peace of mind under your roof every day.
OnX Hunt helps hunters be more successful in the field each season, with maps of all public and private land and a fully functional GPS without service. The app, trusted by over 6 million users, has just released a bunch of new features to help you on your next hunt. New aerial imagery options like leaf off, recent imagery updated every 2 weeks with historic look back, and imagery on demand. On top of that, OnX is reinventing the trail camera market by syncing your Hunt app with multiple cell camera manufacturers and helping to organize and analyze your photos. You can also now view your maps in Dash when driving to your next hunting location. These are just a few of the many updates OnX has for this hunting season. Try OnX Hunt free for 7 days or go to onxmaps.com/hunt and use code X for 20% off your new OnX Hunt membership. Try OnX Hunt free for 7 days or go to onxmaps.com/hunt and use code X for 20% off your new OnX Hunt membership.
Trails are not always easy. That's why your boots need to fit and perform when you're outdoors. Itasca Footwear has been helping folks on their adventures for over 40 years. Itasca learned over the years that using only the highest quality materials and hardware is the way to make footwear for the whole family in all situations. Whether you're out elk hunting, chasing moose or whitetails, riding snowmobile trails, or ice fishing in sub-zero weather, Itasca Footwear will provide you not only a great fit, but comfort for all-day adventures. Itasca has sizes and styles for the whole family. You want to give them the same comfort and fit that you look for in footwear so everyone can enjoy their day. Look for Itasca Footwear, trusted by millions of customers at most major and family-owned retails. For more information or footwear styles, please go to www.itascabrands.com. Itasca Footwear. They will keep you on the move.
Strings and cables make or break your bow setup. You want a string and cable that does not stretch and is reliable, so when your bow is tuned, it stays that way. You need Gasbow strings. They're stable, consistent, and reliable strings and cables that come with a 1-year warranty. Gasbow strings, made in Clay City, Kentucky, and family operated. So next time you order a new bow or replace your strings and cables, try Gasbow strings and shoot with confidence. Check them out at your local dealer or online at gasbowstrings.com.
I'll sing adventures in the wild we roam. Hearts pounding as we draw our bows. On the hunt for the thrill of the chase.
All right, welcome back to Turkey Talk Radio, Little Bowstring Adventures. That's what the music bed's going to be for the show. Thanks to our buddy Chad, which I'll tell you more about that in a little bit. Scotty Mueller down in Oklahoma, how you doing? Brand, how you doing, pal? Good to see you, everybody. Thanks for sorry about the little glitch earlier on the live stream. That was weird. All right, so Phil wants to know. Phil's from Lincoln, Nebraska. Phil, thank you for watching and listening. We appreciate you. Dan, what decoys do I go with light season? Struck out so far between the weather and I've been trying to get my 10-year-old, 12-year-old sons a turkey, and I'm not having any luck. Well, first of all, Phil, that's turkey hunting, but congratulations for you for taking your kids out there, and you're back. I'm back, Rick. I'm back. Just hang in there. It'll be all right. It really depends. What I use my best barometer, Phil, is I'll put a Jake Strutter or a 3/4 Jake out, and just see what the toms are doing. If they're run away or if they just don't want to come in and engage, then I'll put a couple hens out. Because if we get later in the season, they might not want to fight. They've been fighting since March, so it just depends on every bird. But just that's my best advice to you. Whenever I do get out, I'm still gonna probably go with a Jake Strutter. And I'm going to have my motion pair. I'll have a semi 3/4 strutting Jake and a breeding hen. Only I'm not going to use that flat lay down hen. I'm going to use a regular alert hen and just not put the stake. I'll just put her down in front of the tom. But that's going to be what I'm going to be starting out. And if they start boogering away from that setup, then I'll either go with a feeding hen and that alert hen, and just see if I can coax them in that way. But that's what I'm going to do, Phil. Just read the birds and see what you're going to do. Lane is from Collinsville, Illinois. Lane, Dan goes, Dan, what optics are you using this season? I saw your promo and I was just kind of curious. Those are Vortex Vipers is what those are. 10x42s, and they work great. And I really like to find folks at Vortex. They have some, in my humble opinion, Vortex has the best warranty in the market. They always have. They do a lot for military responders. You can find them on GovX. Or like Archery Field and Sports in Des Moines, Iowa is a Vortex dealer. So, your archery shops is a good place to go, or if you're a vet or a first responder, go to GovX and buy them there. Let's see. We're back. We are back. Can't wait to see you at Turkey Camp. It is going to be a great time. Stephen, thank you, buddy. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys too. It's going to be fun. And you're back. Our neighbor invited us to a crappie fry. Well, Rick, if I had a choice of listening or watching me live or eating crappie, I would take the crappie 9 times out of 10, especially if they're going to have hush puppies and coleslaw. Skippy Peterson, everybody. Gobble, gobble from Montana. Turkeys are somewhere all the time. Yes, they are. I already told them how good you were doing out there, Skippy. So Skippy's doing that. He's doing that good. Hey, we got a big open house coming up at Gearhead Central in Wisconsin. You're going to want to put that on your I'm taking you with. There you go. Well, Rick, that's awful nice of you. Thank you, buddy. I'll tell you when that date is. Skippy told me, but I don't have it in my notes right now. So, hey, real quickly, I need 2 more people to buy a pair of Norlander socks. NorlanderSocks.com. I don't care what you buy. It'd be nice if you bought a pair for your wife or your mom for Mother's Day. They'll love them. I'm telling you. use the code word OutdoorsDan10. Email me the order, okay? It's got to be from this week's date. So from what's today, the 30th, so April 28th until May 2nd or 3rd. And then I'm gonna draw those boots this Saturday, the winner of the boots, okay? I just need 2 more people. And then also, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, because I had a couple people beg me, would you please tell us what the secret listener contest winner is gonna be? This week, I am gonna give away, courtesy of the fine folks at Weeby Knives, I'm gonna give away a beautiful Tala knife, which is a great knife for all sorts of hunting. So that's their heavy duty replaceable blade knife. So someone's gonna win a Tala, courtesy of Mark and Chad and everybody over at Weeby. So there you go. All right, gotta spread the word about the app. There you go at Lake of the Ozarks. Hey Hoyt, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. So there you go. I got a couple things going on too. What time is it, Lucia? 5:22. Oh, hang on. Montana is the best place to hunt turkey. The views are the unpredictable weather and birds that gobble for. You know what? You're right, Jeff. Merriams are some of the most vocal birds you could ever want to go hunt in your life. They're beautiful. The scenery's beautiful out there. If you ever want to go out and get you some good Merriam action, go look up. You can go on outdoorsdan.com. That'll pull you to the app website too. The outdoorcallradio.com. You can cheat and put outdoorsdan.com. I made it simple for you there too. But if you go under outfitters, I have an outfitters page, and you can see Trophies Plus Outfitters. That's a great place to go. Mike and Esther will take great care of you, and chances are Skippy might be your guide. I'm a little embarrassed to say I don't even know what I won last week. You won last week. You won a package from Vezircare, Stephen. It's a couple of things: the dog shampoo, pet shampoo. That's what you won, and they're going to be sending that to you. I talked to Dirk. It should be in the mail on you already. So, and the other guy won a pair of bino harnesses from Pure Whitetail. So that was the prizes last week. So I'll get those out. And then, like I said, this week someone's going to win a really nice Tala knife. And the other person's going to win for the boots. They're going to get a pair of Itasca Alpalo rubber hunting boots, like what I wear on the shows. You're going to love them, man. They're some of the most comfortable and warm boots you'll ever want to wear. They're just great for hunting. They really are. So, all right. Hey, the National Resource Commission to meet on May 8th in Des Moines. At the Iowa Department of Natural Resources will hold its monthly meeting on May 8th in the Walnut Woods Conference Room, 6200 Park Avenue in Des Moines. The meeting is open to the public. They're going to have 2 new commissioners. Marcus Branstad step down. So Marcus, thanks for your service, buddy. We're going to miss you. During the meeting, Bill Moritz of Fairfield and Colin Breacher of West Des Moines will join the NRC, replacing outgoing members Marcus Branstad and Laura Foyle. Members of the NRC are Tom Prickett, Uriah Hansen, Tammy Kircher, K.R. Buck, Laura Coods, Bill Moretz, Colin Breacher, and the director of the DNR is Kayla Line, of course. She's a good director, too. We're lucky to have that. Hey, if you're out there getting ready to chase some walleyes and some crappie, don't forget Iowa boat registrations expire today. Today's it. You better have your new tags or stickers on, because the Mr. and Mrs. Green Jeans will be out there checking the waters. And then, hey, we had black bear sightings on the rise in northeast Iowa. How about that? We got more bears showing up. Yep. They're coming in from Wisconsin and Minnesota. That's what they're doing. And I think that's awesome. So the Iowa Department of Natural Bears emerge in the spring looking for food, generally feeding on early greens and don't really care about humans. They're just being a bear, said Vince Evenheiser, state fur bearer and wetlands biologist. In Iowa, the spike in bear activity occurs in late May and June, which is the breeding season when the few black bears are most likely to disperse from Minnesota and Wisconsin. See, I just said that. I was right. Ding, ding, ding. I just won my own trivia contest. Where populations are much larger and growing. Minnesota has an estimated population of 16,000 black bears. I don't believe that. I think it's way bigger than that. Wisconsin population is around 24,000. I think Minnesota's in the 20s too, just from personal experience. But, what am I going to, who am I to question them, right? Black bears are not that far from Iowa's border. We typically have 2 to 5 bear sightings every year, and which we believe are younger males. They are relatively timid, just looking for food, and females, aren't we all? I'm just kidding, honey. It's new and exciting, but we can lead to human bear conflicts. Just make, if you have a bear encounter, use loud noises like yelling at it, clapping two pieces of 2x4s loudly, throw a stick at it, banging pots and pans. I threw the throw the stick. I put that in there. Give bears plenty of space and move on. And don't leave your dog food out, your trash, outdoor food, bird feeders, trash cans, grills. Clean them after you use them. All that can attract bears. So if you live in a wooded area, make sure that's what you're doing if you don't want to see Yogi. Okay? So there you go. I'm not going to read all this, but anyway. Be bear aware. That's what I always say. Be bear aware. That's no stranger. That's my friend the ranger. Hey, boo boo. I think that's it. Unknown Files is going to be on tonight. They got a really good show I listened to when I uploaded it. So if you are into the spooky stuff, you like ghosts and all that, check out Unknown Files. That'll be at 7 o'clock tonight on the Outdoor Call Radio app only. No live stream on the app. And I want to thank the Illinois Paranormal Research Group for helping me do that. Cheryl and gang, they're doing a good job since they took that show over. I did have an interesting Bigfoot conversation the other day with somebody. I'll tell you more about that on Saturday. So, listen, I think that's it, guys. Anybody got any questions real quick? Any questions? That's very good advice. Thank you, Jeff. Hey, we did get a new partner. If you missed the show on Saturday, I'll be telling you more about them. It's Modern Spartan Systems, and man, if you are a firearms person, you're gonna love their cleaning and their lubrication stuff. It's gonna improve your accuracy. I don't care if you're using a shotgun, if you're using a muzzleloader, if you're using a handgun, a long gun. You're gonna love this stuff. And he's also got some fuel oil additive stuff that's going to improve your gas mileage. I've got some people on that have done an analytical analysis of his product that they don't work for him. They're independents, and we're going to have them on here in a few months. And I'm just telling you, the analytical data is going to blow your mind. And these people are engineers and stuff, which is really cool. And they don't work for the guy. Spooky Show. Is it on Facebook or how do we find it? Rick, it's on the app. But just go open your app at 7 o'clock. It'll be right there on the app. It should play every Wednesday at 7. So there you go. All right. That's it for me, gang. It's time to say goodbye. We will be on the air Saturday, 7 to 9 on 1350 ESPN. We'll be doing a live stream right here on the Outdoor Call Radio page. Apparently, I can do that now. Last week, I had to put it on Dan Young. I don't understand Facebook. I really don't. But I'll try and leave it on here. So if it's not here, go to Dan Young. But I'm going to try and leave it on the Outdoor Call Radio stuff because I want everything really to go there for the shows. Oh, geez, that's easy. Thanks. Well, you're welcome, Rick. Enjoy that crappie. That's good. All right, I'm going to get out of here. You guys be good. If you need anything, let me know. Keep those screenshots coming for the call, listening to the shows. We got a couple more shows we're going to be adding to the lineup, too, here in about a month. You're going to be pretty excited about that, especially if you love firearms and love shooting guns. You're going to like one of the shows a lot. So I'll talk to you soon. Have a wonderful day. And from everybody here on the Outdoor Call Radio, thank you so much for making us part of your week. We'll see you next time.
It's my gearhead, don't you know? Climb it to the top.